Alright, welcome back to Scott Traders Hub. Good morning everyone, good morning ladies and gentlemen. We are now back here. Today is a Tuesday and we are ready to get started today's session where we analyze and where we get to understand the new trend of the market, what is happening. Can we make some money today? Can we get some signals and we make money or not? So that's what we're going to be looking at today. If it is your first time here, please go ahead and like, share, subscribe, and of course be around, learn something new or be part of it. And never know, we can even get a signal that we can take immediately and make money. So without any further ado, the drill. Those who have been with us for some good time, we're going to pray and then get started with the analysis. Father, we give you praise. Thank you for today. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your grace that we are back here. It's only by your grace that we're back here. We give you praise. We love you so much. And as we start today's session, we ask of you, Lord, to be part of this. Be the one to run this. It's not a one-man's show. It's you, Lord, that guides and shows me what to look at and what to do, Lord. So I give you praise for that. And even everyone that is part of this, Lord, we ask of your grace. May you grant us good success in this whole month as we start it. We started it yesterday in as far as trading is concerned, and Lord, we know that we are going to have a good success even as we get started on today's session. We say thank you for today's profits, thank you for this week's profits, and thank you for the great insights that you're giving us in this market. We give you praise, we love you. In Jesus' name we've prayed. Amen. All right. Let's get started. And of course, as usual, you guys know we start with crash 500. So as usual, we will look at crash 500 and get it out of the way. Let's get into crash 500. So what did we talk about? What did we see yesterday on crash 500? So we had oh man, that's how yesterday was. That's how slow it was the whole of yesterday. We were looking at something like, if you go to M15, this is what I was looking at: pull back and then breakout here to give me sales. To give me sales. So this was a fake breakout. We went back all the way into buys and even broke structure and kept playing around there. So the whole of yesterday, it was a no-go for us. There's nothing I could have done there. There was low momentum and nothing was really working out as far as the structure that we trade was concerned. So now I can delete all that. I still have my order block right here. I can bring it all the way here. This is M15. Let's go to H1. Remember, H1 we are still looking for sales. H4 we are looking for sales. Daily time frame, on the other hand, we clearly see that momentum is reducing. Momentum right here is reducing on the daily, but we're supposed to be in buys. But now that we've seen something like this on H4, we know that if price breaks this level right here, that will be a confirmed change of character for us on H4. So all we need is the next H4 candle to be a sell. Will it be a sell? Let's wait and see. And the next H4 candle, if it becomes a sell, then probably we will be anticipating the breakout right here. So but for now there's nothing we can do. Let's go to H1. Let's go to H1. You can see the momentum that we have there. Even if I go to M15, so price may come again right here on M15, may go there, and then probably we get to see the sales to come at least here, but also to break through and come right here. So I may look for, if price fails to break this level and then it gives me some momentum to sell, then I'll be ready to sell this. It may even go all the way up to try to look for stop losses of the early sellers. But then before I can conclude with this, something I have seen right here that can actually be significant. This can be significant right here. This can be significant. Okay, so if we know this, alright, that tells us that we see an H1. Okay, it's coming for that. It's coming for that. It's coming for that. You can clearly see it. It's coming there, and then we can anticipate some sales. So with that, that is enough for me to understand where price is going to be going. So for now, go back to H1 and then wait. Remember, this here is a fair value gap on the daily time frame to usher us back into buys. Yeah, but we have to wait for H4. So for now, I can take this out, go to H1, wait for this, actually go to M15, wait for that, and then I come in with sales. That's what I'll be waiting for. All right, enough of crash 500. Enough of crash 500. Let's now get into boom 1000. Boom 1000. All right, so boom 1000. Boom 1000. Starting from let's start from all the way to H4. So we saw that this is an order block that pushed price to reach there. So price reacted to it. We didn't see any break of structure. So after that we have seen price go back inside this expanding symmetrical triangle. Now we are seeing price, after going back inside, it came to test the level there, and clearly, according to H1, clearly that was a fair value gap, and I had already anticipated that. On that very, very fair value gap, price came to it. But according to H4, it's likely to even go again down. So we need to wait for the next H4 candle. But yesterday's move, no, we were not actually looking at anything yesterday because this was a no-go for us. We couldn't trade it. We had no structure that we could have used. But later in the night, I had that analysis on M15 and M5 to look for this sell, then retest, then continue with sells. And it happened even though I didn't enter it. I'd moved out of trades. I was not going to trade anymore. Yeah, so that happened, and clearly it came to that order block. Yeah, it was a scalping move, then retest, then again we continue with the sell. So that is what happened last night. So for now, I have to wait for the next H4. The next H4 candle is starting in about 12 minutes. That's when we're going to see the next H4 candle start. So we will wait for it and see if it's going to go down. According to H1, it's likely to continue just for this fair value gap here, or for the order block down below where the buy move here started from. It can go all the way down. Why? Because according to CCI, H4 is still looking for buys, but looking at H4, I mean, it's looking for sells, but looking at H4 here, we clearly don't see any momentum left back. I mean, any point of interest or any liquidity left back. So I clearly on the next H4, to me, according to price action, we should be getting into buys to push for the buys. Why? Because according to daily we need buys, according to H1 we need buys. So I'll be anticipating more buys on the next H4 to when it starts at 11. That's what I'll be anticipating. So for now, I have no business with this, just to wait for buys from this end. Once we get some buys, then we can look for entry opportunities. We can look for entry opportunities. So for now, delete this. I want to have it. This has already been used. Now I can delete it. Delete that, that, and that. Come to H4. In H1, you have an order block we are anticipating price to come to. Okay. Yeah. Now the buy should be starting here. According to H1, I should be entering the buy, but then M15 seems not ready for the buy. But I will wait and see what happens after 11 to see if I can make my entry for the buy. Yeah, because we need to make some buys to take us all the way up. Remember, according to daily, we need buys to come all the way there to retest, and then late after retest up there, then we come in with sells according to weekly time frame. So for now, I wait for what happens in the next H4 candle. Boom 500. Let's go to Boom 500. Look at what happened yesterday. So Boom 500, the anticipation happened clearly the way we had it. We wanted a pullback here, of which it did, and the buy, and went to the TP level immediately. But it was too fast for me. I failed to make an entry. By the time I saw this candle had already come. I mean, this one right here. So I missed that entry. It was supposed to be a limit order waiting here, but I did not put it. That's why I missed that entry. But then after reaching there, sales began, and remember, I had this other option of if price breaks this order block or this support, then we will wait for a retest, then entry. Now this was a fake breakout, went back again inside that channel where price was having that consolidation. Then later it came again and broke this morning. Actually, this morning we saw the breakout right there. So if I can go to H1, you will clearly, you first delete everything here, delete that also. So you will clearly see the breakout. That is where the breakout has happened. So all I need now is this retest that I wanted yesterday. This retest right now is what I'm going to be waiting for. So so the retest, if I can go to M15, I can anticipate, in fact, yes, go to M15 and use this, use that, and look at where this can come to. Yes, right there, right there. That's where we want our retracement to be. So price is going to come around there, and then it will push us into sales again. It will push us into sales again according to H1. That's what we're going to look at. Then I'm not going to miss on this sell. It's a must. It's a must enter trade. It's a must enter trade. In fact, I think I can add in my limit order. I can add in my limit order. Yeah, we go to H4. Yeah, clearly I should be adding in my limit order, and I'll be looking at selling it all the way down to this H4 support. Go to daily. We're looking for buys on the daily time frame. Right, so I'm going to be waiting for that, and then I will put my limit order. I will put my limit order. M15 is looking for buys seriously. M15 is looking for buys seriously. Let me use this other and look at that fib. That will be this order block right there, and that fair value gap. I don't see price go back all the way there, but according to what we are seeing there, it's also a point of interest that price can really come back to. So all I can do is I will have my limit order right there, right there, and then I can have another limit order right there. So if price comes, it will activate these two limit orders, either this and we start to sell, or it goes to look for that level and then we get into sales again. But I have to enter sales today. We have to see sales today on boom 500. So enough of that. Let me now delete this and wait for limit orders to work out. So where will I put my stop loss? Above this, so 429 is where I will be having my stop loss. 4294. Copy this, do the same here. Right, so that's what I'm going to be risking. From there, then I anticipate sales to come in here. I think that's enough for yeah, another limit order right here. We give it the same stop loss. Yeah, so this is what I'll be anticipating. I'll be anticipating sales from there or there. If it decides to go all the way up, then I will wait for that. But the most likely level is supposed to be this, and then we come in with sales. So let's wait and see what that gives us. All right, let's now head over to boom volatility 25s. Vol 25s. All right, so boom volatility 25s. Let's see H4. Yesterday we wanted price to get there and give us sales, so the whole of yesterday, oh yes, it reached there, then the sales began. Why didn't I enter? I don't know why. So yeah, oh, by the time we analyzed that, I think, what, I missed this entry. Oh man, I missed this, and I was actually waiting for it. This breakout, then pullback, then sell. What was I doing? How did I miss this? Okay, that's my bad. I missed that because I don't know what happened, but yeah, that's my structure that I always look for. So right here now, after giving us this sell, price failed to break this level, so there's a support right here. There's a support right there, holding price to break through to continue with sells. And then price went all the way back to the highs. According to H4, that's an order block on H4. So price is still being held also there, failing to break through to continue with the buys. We wanted sales here yesterday, so we didn't get, we got some of it, not much of it. Now we clearly see that H4 is looking for buys, whereas D1 daily time frame is looking for sells. So what are we going to see? Remember, this is sort of like a channel. This is sort of like a channel or a flag, whatever you want to call it. So we know that we are supposed to be getting into buys and break through and reach all the way there and also all the way up there. Those are our 2 points, our 2 TP levels. So knowing that H4 I need buys and it has failed to break this, and clearly if you look at here, this would be like your change of character right there, and price has given us a break of structure here, lower low, higher low, higher high, higher low. So we anticipate that buys should be continuing right here according to H4. So if I come here, I get to see another change of character coming from this very support on H1, which means that we are supposed to be seeing price breaking through this level and giving us a new higher high. So are we going to see it? I believe we are going to see it. Let's go to M15. M15, it's also a bit slow. What have we left back for price to come for? I see liquidity, but I don't know if it is going to come for it right here. I'm not sure if it will, but if it does come for this, then it will have enough momentum to break through that level. So what do? I want to delete all these. Now these are not necessary. This probably I look for the one on H1. not really. I need to maintain the one on H4, because once we break through, then we are going all the way up there. So until then, this is a no-go. I'm anticipating pullback here in this fair value gap on H1. That means we wait for 50% or half of this fair value gap to be reached, and then we can anticipate some buys to come in, and then we can anticipate some buys to come in from that very level. Hopefully we see the breakout even from that very end. So for now, this is a no-go. Can I sell this? Let me see. I think on M5 probably. M5 probably you may get some sells, but they are a bit tricky, so leave this alone. Wait for this move. If it happens, know that we have a good chance to make some big money on this asset today, if it does come all the way here. Perfect. Let's now go to V25, V75, and look at it. V75. Now V75, it never gave me an entry, but it followed what we had analyzed. Those who remember, if you missed yesterday's analysis, please go back to this, go to this channel and look for episode number 156. You'll be able to see the move, why we said we are going to come here. This was a reason right there, and that is how it made to the TP level. So I can easily delete everything now, right in here, in the delete. Even this now, it's not necessary anymore. Delete. Now it has clearly broken this level. It has not respected it. What level is that? That is a fair value gap. So price has not respected that fair value gap. It has broken through it, so it's likely to come to this confluence. In fact, I think it has already come to it right there. It has come to this confluence. So delete this. It has come to that confluence. This is H4. So from this level right here, that's where we are likely to see price bounce back up. According to daily time frame, we're supposed to be selling, which is weird, but we need buys. So H4 price should be getting us back into buys. H1, of course, we need buys, but we are not ready. This H4 candle has started, the new H4 candle has started. I need to have confirmation of entry for the buys. We need to have confirmation of entry for the buys. Now here I see something significant. This can clearly tell me that I'm likely to see continuation of sales. This very leg right here to come all the way right down there, then we get to see the buys from there. So for now, I may not enter now. I may wait for this move and enter later. It's likely to give us a fake breakout down below, a fake breakout down below, and then we come in with our buys. So for now, I can use this order block on H1, and that's where price is likely to come to and probably gives us that very move. So what do? Leave it for now, because we are likely to get into some sales. Let me go to M5. See, M5 is saying we are getting into buys, at M15 I need this pullback. What is it going to be? I have to wait. I can't just enter. I have no clear structure for what I need, so I will leave this. But I know this is likely to come through, and then we come in with buys later. So I can't just enter buys or even sells, because the structure is not clear for me to do that. Jump 50. Jump 50. Jump 50 gave us money, even though I hesitated to move out when it had already given me money. That was my bad, but I was in a class. I was in a mentorship class by then. So this is what happened. Yesterday we were looking for price to react to that. That was on M15. So let's go to M15, drag this right here. So we were waiting for price to react back to that fair value gap, and then we enter ourselves. That's what we did. That's what we did right there. We entered selves, came all the way here. My TP was actually right here. Just missed with just mere miss right there, and then before I know it, it reacted all the way back and took me out in profits, my SL in profits. So I missed all this money and went all the way back. That's when I realized we are making sort of like a pennant or a symmetrical triangle. I will check later. And then I drew these trend lines, and price kept playing within them until it broke out, then went again above, up there. Now let's understand what is happening. Remove history, remove everything right here. And now get to H1. So remember, we wanted price to come here, retest, and then we continue with sales. And now price has reacted to that level several times, meaning that is a strong resistance. And clearly, if you look at M15, this was like a change of character retest. And now look at the coming candle. We're supposed to enter right there when price reacted to this fair value gap after change of character. That is it. We can enter now, but it's going to be very risky for us. It's going to be risky for us to actually, our stop loss will be big. So I can go to M5, wait for probably another pullback. I don't know if it will come, but if this happens, then I can enter and have my stop loss bill above here and just wait for this move to come through. So all I need is a pullback or break of structure, then pullback, then I can have another clean entry. But where it is here right now, I am going to be having a big stop loss. The stop loss will be big for me to incur, so I just have to wait. So if it fails to break these levels down here, then it's gonna give us a pullback right there. Then probably I can make an entry. So for now, I will wait on M5. I will wait on M5. Jump 25. Hey, I think that entry, we made it even on live. So those who made money on this V jump to 50, congrats yesterday. This was a live signal entry that we did. So now we go to jump 25. So jump 25, this one actually took, was it this? Yes, I think it is this one that took my money yesterday. So the first move, where was it? Let's see. Yes, it was here. Yeah, I've already deleted this, but I was looking for price not to break through here to come again into sales. Yeah, and it reached there, and actually it gave us that push, and I failed again. My bad, I failed to close when it had already given me a break even right there. So it had already given me all this money right here from here to there, but failed to close in time, and it came and took me out on my stop losses above there, so I couldn't risk more than that, and it took me out, went broke that order block and went all over up there. But late at night I made another entry that recovered that loss. That's how I recovered the loss I made. After that, that was a very clean trade, break there, and I entered, and then of course I couldn't wait for the retest. I moved out, and because I had already recovered the money that it had taken earlier, that's how I recovered. This was late night, around midnight, I think, around coming to midnight, I believe so. Yeah, 11. I was at 11. That's when I made this entry and moved out after like 30 or 45 minutes. All right, so for now, what are we having? Let's look at H1. Now delete that. This is a flag. We have a flag for us right here. This is going to be interesting. Is it? Yes, sort of a flag. So we know price is going to continue with the buys. Something still not understand on this very asset. We have our highs right there, so it's likely to come to those highs. Those highs are reacting from that fair value gap, so let's wait and see what happens. So but we know that the buys are coming in to push to reach there. So can we enter now? I think we can, since price reacted to this. I think we can, but then that means we will have to put our stop loss just below here, just below this level. This is H1 M15. Let's wait a bit. Let's wait. Price may come a bit down again, so let's wait on M15 for the entry. So for now I can't make any entry, but we are going to look for buys, not sells. We're going to look for buys. Hopefully it comes to this order block. That's the order block that pushed price, that gave us this buy move after taking me out. That's the order block that pushed price all the way up, so it's likely to come down for that, and then we can come in with a buy. All right, delete that. Let's use this. Let's use that. So that's what I'm going to be anticipating today. All right, so that is enough on Jump 25. If it is your first time here, please go ahead and subscribe, and of course, if you don't mind, like the stream, so that YouTube can push us as we grow the community together. So on H4, we are continuing with the buy. That was a break of structure, so meaning this is just a pullback, then we continue with the buy. H4 daily time frame, or we are seeing more buys according to CCI. We need to continue with more buys. We'll see about that. So let's wait for what is going to happen right here. All right, Jump 10 is our last asset. Jump 10. Jump 10. All right, so yesterday it actually followed the analysis. Those who kept checking, and of course we're doing exactly what I did here too as I was analyzing. So our first point of interest was that, and you can see price reached it and came for the sell, and after that it came down. It never gave us a break of structure. That's not a break of structure right there. That's not a break of structure. So we did not see a break of structure. In fact, according to day H4, you will not see that. You will see that it's not a break of structure. So price came down. That was a good sell move that I did not enter. I couldn't because it had not reached some of the things I normally consider, like reaching 50% of that fair value gap, so I could not enter. Yeah. So it came down, and then when it reached here, failed, and the buy came in. Now that was that second other move to reach that fair value gap, and this one now it has actually gone through 50%. At least that one I can now consider and make an entry. So delete this, remain with that, delete that. Okay, you can keep this. Now delete everything right here, delete it. So now we need this move. So H1, go to M15. This is a clear change of character. If I go to M5, that will be confirming that. You can see that is a clear change of character right there, or double top if you want to call it that. So can I make an entry here for the sell? I think I can. I can make a sell entry with a 0.05. Yeah, and I'll be putting my stop loss just above there. I risk about $10, and that's the entry I'm going to look for. The sell, this sell I'm going to be looking for like 1 to 3. So this is 10, so I need to look for about $30 right here. So I can take that. That will be enough for me. According to what we wanted on H4, we are clearly going to look for buys, but now it has given us a change of character right there. So there's a possibility. Wait a minute, that candle has just started. Please, if you haven't entered, don't enter. This is an H4 candle that has just started, so it may become a buy candle. So please, if you haven't entered, don't enter. And if you had used a big lot size, you can find a way to move out, because this is a new H4 candle that has just started, so which means it can easily be making a wick to later continue with a buy. So you have to realize that. But according to H1, looking at H1, it's not yet overbought, meaning it can still look for, you can wait for this H1 candle to close and then look at your entry for the sell. Until then, just wait. This H1, you can wait for this H1 to close, meaning you can wait for midday or 1 p.m. for your sell entry. But you have to realize we are going to look for the sells. We're going to look for the sells. We're going to be looking for sells. All right, me, I'm going to continue with it. I'm going to remain in it because this is little money that I can risk right there. If it comes, it will take me out. If it comes right there, it will be looking for stop loss of the early sellers, and after taking us out on the next H1 candle or the second, it will be giving us sells. Yeah, it will be giving us sells. All right, so enough of that. I believe you've gotten one or two trades that you are going to be focusing on today. Yeah, the first one is this as a sell, but also let's first do a recap, then I'll tell you the other trades or the other assets that we'll be focusing on today. So let's go for the recap. Those who wanted to join the mentorship program, please, this is the time. We started yesterday. Of course, we started with introduction, so you can still join. You are not far off. You can join, and we share with you the recorded session already for yesterday, so you still have time to catch up. Yeah, for this whole week you can catch up. We will not have gone so far. So if you want to join, plan and join the class. If you want a VIP package, then you have to pay $300 for a one-on-one. That class I only allow one person in it. It's a VIP package, but then for the rest, 110, it means I can have many in one class and teach you at the same time. So it's upon you to do that. Registration fee is that for 1 month of this June. You can join the rest of the guys and be part of the class. We've already started. Today we will also have a class, of course, from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. That is the time of the class. Yeah. All right, so recap, we started with crash 500. Oh man, yes, we knew that was happening, but we never had an entry, so we want price to reach there, then we can come in with sales. That is crash 500. We want sales from there. We come in with sales later. Boom 1000. We wanted to wait for H4, so the H4 has started, but then we are still looking for sales. So clearly it's likely to come all the way back to this order block where the buy started from. So for now we just wait for something like that, then we come in with buys. So for now it's no big deal for me. I can't look for anything. It's a no-go for me. This one right here, boom 500, we want price to react there and give us an entry. Yeah, give us an entry just around that level. Give us an entry. Yeah, give us an entry here, and then if it fails to give us an entry here, then it will try to push all the way back to that order block, and then I have my other limit orders waiting. Then I can enter still and look for the sales again. So this one here is going to be sales. We can't we can't fail to make money today on this asset with sales. We have to make it. V25S, we're anticipating pullback here, then we can enter some buys. So for now, nothing we can do about it. V75, like I said, the sales are going to continue. This sale is going to continue, even though it's going to be low momentum kind of sale. In fact, if you can enter, but then it's gonna come here, and then we wait for the buys. Can we make an entry here? We can, but it's a bit risky due to momentum. Yeah, but it's gonna come at least right here, and then we can look for the buys. So looking at what we have here, this is a break of structure right here. This is just going to be a retest, so you can enter sell. Let me see if I can enter my sell right here. Yeah, sell. Even though I was a bit late, I'm going to put my stop loss right there. I'm going to be looking for my TP. I'm just going to look for about $10 and I'll be out of it. Yeah, why? It has gone there, break of structure here, retest, So we are anticipating it to come all the way down, even though CCI is showing us oversold. According to what these trend lines do to us, it's going to come for this other leg, this to reach down here. So that's why I've entered that. I've risked about $3 there, and I'm going to be looking at our 1 to 3, so meaning I'm looking for about $10 right down below. Yeah, so let me wait for that as it comes around. Jump 50, I will wait for the pullback. Now that I have a breakout there, I can wait for this one here, or right when it comes back here, then I enter sell. So two ways we're going to enter this: rewrite here, enter sells, or when it goes right back there. But most of the times when it gives you a breakout structure, it normally comes back to the breaker broke right here where it has broken structure, and then continue with sells. So note that and be ready when it happens. Jump 25 on the other hand, we have two options: price to react from here and then continue sell, or to come all the way to the order block down below here and test that level and then give us an entry for the buys. So for now, I have no business with it. I can't enter. I have to wait. According to M15, I have to wait for price to reach down below here, and then I can enter my buys. All right, this one, jump 10, I've already entered. We are looking for sales to reach down below, but I've told you can wait for this H4 H1 candle to close, and probably the next H1, and then probably around 1 p.m. we may get an entry. Around 1 p.m. we can be able to get a clean entry either above here or even above there if it decides to go for my stop loss. Yeah, but for now it's going to be a bit slow to break through because the new H4 candle has just started. So that's why I told you to wait to make this entry. I'm in, and I'm not going to close it for now. I will just wait. If it comes above there, I will add another entry and then have two positions in jump 10 for this kind of sell that I'm looking for. All right, let me wish you guys a good day. Please remember that the Signals platform is open. You can subscribe for the Signal platform. Yeah, I'm still receiving new members, and those even who are there are still subscribing, so you can join and be part of them, and we trade together as I give out filtered signals after the analysis. So it's your decision to make to be part of us and subscribe for the mentorship, for the Signal platform, and be receiving signals every now and then. Otherwise, I want to wish you guys a good day. Please remember to always use proper risk management when you are trading. Don't trade without stop losses, please. Yeah, I know some people are non-stop loss gang, but sometimes it can go bad and you be at a verge of losing all your hard-worked money that you have on your account. So best thing is have a risk tolerance that you can use, and aim at that. If you hit your risk tolerance, then you know that you cannot risk anymore in the day and move out of the market. Come the next day to look for at least profits to recover and even make add on to what you already have on the account, make some profits. So for now, that's what I can share with you. The more, of course, I always share them in the mentorship, but once in a while I give you tips on how to keep managing your account and looking at making money. Okay guys, let me wish you guys a good day. Happy trading. See you tomorrow same time. Today at 1 we'll be having the BTC analysis, so those who are BTC enthusiasts, you can come around and be part of the BTC analysis. Have a nice day. Bye bye.